I'm on my way out to the West Schuylkill. I'm going to go out there to where that carving was found. Carving of an Indian. I had done a short video a while back when I first was doing videos, and I would just like to do a little bit more better job at it. In 1968, Francais Burke was walking along the railroad, and he came in from the railroad towards the West Schuylkill, and he looked across and he saw what it looked to be like a shelter, a rock shelter. And because he was an archaeologist and he was looking for things like that, he backtracked, found his way across the West Schuylkill, came up through here, and went looking for what he found. So when he got there, he saw the shelter. It was about 30 feet in length, 25 feet in width. And then he was just looking around, and he saw something on a stone that looked like man-made. And he scraped off the leaves, scraped off the moss, and he saw a face of a Indian. So he got his friend. They came up in the next couple of weeks. And they got some other people up there, and they carved this face out of the sandstone, and it's now sitting down in the William Penn Museum in Harrisburg. And they studied it and did research, and they think most probable that it came from what they call the Mesingw tribe of the Delaware Indian. The Mesingws were they were stone carvers. Coming uphill here. So the stone face represents Mesingw. Mesingw was a spiritual being who rode on the back of a deer, and he made sure that all the animals were healthy so they could be shot and killed and used for meat. And so Francis would have walked up to this spot And now he's looking, he saw it from across the west-west Schuylkill over there. So he's looking over here. So he had to make a couple passes when he came up through here, because there is a path that leads down through here, but it's very easily missed. So then finally he would have came down through here. And would have found the cave here. Now since then, since 1968, it caved in. I had spoken with Francis this year, and he verified that yeah, it did, it filled in. But you can look at that and say that he thought there might have been enough space in there for a hunting party to camp. He thought maybe 10, 15 hunters could get in there. 30 feet long, 25 feet. He did get in there, and he did find remainders of a fire. The stone face, he said, was down a path about 20 feet. So I'm going to think that might have been in here, somewhere in here somewhere, that he found the stone face. The west-west Schuylkill. And here's where Francais Burke would have been looking up from and seeing this shelter up here. And it really hasn't changed much in all these years. I had been coming up here and I didn't even know what it was. I knew it was up here somewhere. I got some information from the Historical Society in Harrisburg, but I never thought I would ever find it. But I did find this spot. And then when I bought Francais Burke's book, and I was reading it, and I came across a picture, I said, there it is. I found it and I didn't know it. So like I said in the other video, it's a really cool place to come and hang out for a few minutes. Sit for a half an hour, eat a pack of crackers. Very quiet. Of course, there's graffiti up there now. I can see that even that's growing in more since I've been coming up here. Well, somebody from firewood. So it's a good spot and it's a good find. Francais Burke thought there was a tribe by the Delaware down in Adamsville, and another tribe down in Hamburg by the sewer plant. There's a grounds that the Delaware Indians were living that. So they would have came up here for a hunting party. They wouldn't have stayed long, but enough, I guess, to get enough meat to haul back with them. Yes, it's a good find. As I was walking back to the car and thinking about the Mesingw face, and I was thinking that it's not really any different than some of the symbols that we have. That's not the only carving. There's probably many more of them. And when a hunter would see one of those, would find one of those, or maybe even knew where it was and they'd all stop, it gave them hope that they were going to have good hunting. And that is very spiritual. It is very uplifting. Because I'm sure some years their hunting wasn't so good. And they didn't eat so good over the winter. So we can see the importance of that, of the Mesingw, of the spiritual being riding around on the back of a deer, making sure that all the animals are healthy. Such hope in life. So I'm just giving you a look at what I'm walking through. It's really nice here in the summer, in the fall, and the winter. And I get myself up in the trails like this just to see what's up there. See what I can find. Is there a stone face up there? And of course, it's a nice trail. The only obstacle I got is an occasional mud puddle that I gotta get myself around. Without getting my feet wet. Beautiful blue skies. Let's get through the puddle. I'm not the only one that uses this trail. Well, thanks for watching.